Welcome back to the Brain Sculpt channel, your ultimate source of interesting insights about life, relationships, and everything in between. Today, we're uncovering the 5 relationship truths you need to fully grasp the depth of human connections. So, buckle up as we delve into these truths that could potentially redefine how you view your relationships. Relationship truth number 1. Relationships are not always 50-50ths. That's right, contrary to popular belief, love isn't always a game of equal halves. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's a dance, a delicate balance of give and take. Imagine a scale. On one end is giving, on the other, taking. Now, sometimes this scale tilts towards one side. Perhaps your partner is going through a tough time at work or dealing with personal issues. During these periods, you might find yourself giving more, be it time, effort, or emotional support. And that's perfectly okay, because that's what love is all about, isn't it? Being there for each other, especially when the chips are down. It's about understanding that your partner may not be in a position to give you 50% all the time. But here's where it gets interesting. This dynamic isn't static. It shifts. It changes. There will be times when you'll be the one who needs more support, and your partner will step up to fill that gap. It's not about keeping score, but about understanding and empathy. Just like a pendulum, the balance in a relationship swings back and forth. It's not always equal, but it's always fair. The key is to ensure that over time, neither person feels drained or taken for granted. Remember, as long as the balance over time is fair, it's completely normal for this dynamic to shift back and forth. Moving on to relationship truth number 2. Conflict is not always negative. This may seem counterintuitive, as we often associate conflict with strife, but in reality, it can be an opportunity for growth and understanding. It's like a mirror, reflecting aspects of our character that we may not otherwise see. Conflict arises when there's a difference in perspectives, values, or desires. But here's the thing. Differences are inevitable in any human interaction, let alone in a relationship. The key lies not in avoiding conflict, but in how we navigate through it. Healthy conflict resolution involves open communication, empathy, and compromise. It's about expressing your thoughts and feelings honestly, yet respectfully. It's about trying to understand the other person's point of view, even if you don't agree with it. And it's about finding common ground, a solution that respects both parties' needs and wants. Moreover, conflicts can strengthen relationships. They can deepen mutual understanding, foster emotional intimacy, and build resilience. They can make our bonds stronger, more authentic, more resilient. Of course, this doesn't mean that all conflicts are beneficial. Unhealthy conflicts, those driven by aggression or manipulation, can harm relationships. But healthy conflicts, those based on respect and understanding, can be productive and enriching. So remember, conflict isn't a relationship death sentence. It's an opportunity for growth and understanding. It's a journey that, navigated well, can lead to a deeper, stronger, and more fulfilling relationship. Now let's explore relationship truths 3 and 4. Love isn't enough, and change is inevitable. Firstly, let's dissect the notion that love is all you need in a relationship. Love, as beautiful and vital as it is, cannot single-handedly sustain a relationship. It's a wonderful feeling, a force that binds us together, but it isn't a magic potion that can solve all problems. You see, relationships are not just about love, they're about compatibility, respect, and shared goals. Consider this. You can love someone deeply, but if your life goals and values don't align, or if there's no mutual respect, the relationship may face turbulent times. Love, in isolation, cannot bridge the chasm of fundamental differences. It's like trying to light a fire without oxygen. It just wouldn't work. So while love is a crucial element, it's not the end-all be-all. Now, onto the 4th truth. Change is inevitable. Life is in constant flux, and so are we. We grow, we learn, we evolve, and with that, our relationships transform too. It's natural, it's normal. But often, we resist change, clinging to the comfort of familiarity. But consider this. A river that never changes its course will eventually stagnate. Similarly, in relationships, change is not just inevitable, it's necessary. It brings growth, it brings depth. The key is to embrace it, to adapt, to flow with it. It's about accepting your partner as they evolve and learning to dance together in the rhythm of life's changing beats. Change shouldn't be feared, it should be navigated, with understanding, patience, and love. Yes, it can be challenging, but remember, the most beautiful butterflies emerge from the most profound changes. So, while love is a crucial element, it's not the end-all be-all. And remember, Change is the only constant in life, even in relationships. Finally, we arrive at relationship truth number 5. Relationships require effort. Imagine a garden, if you will. A relationship is similar in many ways. Like a garden, it's not enough to just plant the seeds. You need to water them, nurture them, and give them the right amount of sunlight. This is where the effort comes in. Communication is the water for our relationship garden. It keeps things fresh. It keeps things alive. It's important to voice your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, and even your fears. A relationship thrives on this honesty and openness. Understanding is the sunlight. It's about accepting your partner for who they are and not who you want them to be. It's about celebrating their strengths and supporting them in their weaknesses. It's about seeing things from their perspective and showing empathy when they're going through a tough time. And then there's compromise. This is the nurturing part. It's about finding a middle ground where both of you can be happy. It's about making sacrifices for the greater good of the relationship. It's about choosing to love even when things get tough. So don't forget, a great relationship isn't just about the honeymoon phase. It's about the effort you put in every single day. And there you have it, the 5 relationship truths you need to know. First, relationships aren't always 50-50. Second, conflict is not necessarily negative. Third and fourth, love isn't enough on its own and change is inevitable. Lastly, relationships require effort. They're not always smooth sailing. These truths aren't meant to discourage you, but to equip you with the knowledge to navigate your relationships more effectively. Remember, these truths aren't here to discourage you, but to help you navigate your relationships with more understanding and wisdom. Thanks for tuning in to the Brain Sculpt channel. Until next time, keep sculpting those minds.